Okay. Good morning again and welcome back. We're coming back to our regular briefing for the Mason County Commission for March 2nd. We're going to go ahead and move into community development with Kell Rowen. Kell and staff, could you please join us?
Oh, no.
It's fast absorbing.
I do it all the time.
Kelly, thankfully for the,
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yes.
I want to see the
okay,
well, the little boys, the
Melissa
little boys,
Fox.
right?
Well, in my opinion, yes, but you'll
Yeah.
always be that.
Yeah, you'll always be good.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Okay, happy Monday. I'm really just, geez Louise, sweetheart. It's because I walked in and I saw a coworker and said, "Happy Friday," and I was like, "Oh no, never mind, it's
Way on the other end of
Monday."
the spectrum.
Wow. Well, now I'm
And
depressed.
so now I'm all
Yeah, thanks for that.
confused. Okay, good morning. We're doing just a DCD update. I was going to let you know that, of course, the comp plan, the appeal period ends tomorrow. And,
Anything yet?
what's that?
Anything yet?
Nope. And we finally, from our consultants, we got the final draft. So they had done a lot of photos. They came out, a photo team came out to the county. They went all over, had some drone footage. So there is some really neat new photos in our comp plan. So it's worth taking a look. The layout is, so, hey, you don't have to read it, but if you want to look at some pretty pictures of Mason County, it's pretty cool. So we finally got the final version, got that draft watermark lifted, and now it's been posted to our website. So it's nice and official. This year, 2026, Marissa is now following up with our resource ordinance update, also known as critical areas. And then I'll be doing some updates to Title VII, our zoning code, and different things, just as you adopt the comprehensive plan, goals and policies, and then you get into the development regulations and update that to match your comp plan. So we'll be doing that throughout the year. Of course, a lot of the items that we'll be doing that go through the PAC first and then the board. And then I'm going to leave the kind of the current day-to-day stuff to Josh.
Perfect. Well, good morning, Commission. Thanks for having me. Josh Luck, Building Official. As Kell said, I'm going to share some numbers with you guys today in regards to just some numbers from last year, just to kind of summarize some things, along with kind of where we are to date, just so you have an idea of kind of the volume and things we're working on. So without further ado, let's get going. So last year we ended the 2025 year for BLD permits, and that encompasses, our single-family residence, manufactured home, garages, additions, so pretty much the bulk of our permits. The overall number for those were 1,411. Commercial projects, again, for 2025 were 124. Fire permits were 54. Burn permits were a total of 68. And PARs, which are pre-application meetings where we have an opportunity to sit down with future applicants or projects to kind of just give them a rundown of what's going to be needed. We had a total of 50 last year. So the numbers overall were kind of a downtick compared to prior years. So hopefully this year we're going to see those pick up. So far this year it's kind of been slow, but historically I would say January and February are the slower months as things start ramping up into March, getting ready for the spring, summer, kind of more the more buildable or favorable buildable months. And then we'll start seeing it taper down again in October or so, again with the weather and the holidays and all that other stuff coming. So in regards to permit numbers year to date, and then that's from January 1st to today, we have 173 total, 24 of those being manufactured homes. Again, we are also accepting permits online. We are seeing a majority of our permit applications being submitted online. I think that's a very favorable approach for our applicants. Also, the way we've organized our processes too, I think it works best for everybody. Timely. I hear a lot from applicants that they don't have to travel so far, and they can communicate that way too. So it's an ongoing project, and we're always, focusing on process improvements. But again, we're really seeing a good uptick in the online submittal elements.
Thank you.
And then also in single-family residence, year to date, we have 23. Garage submittals, we have 13, and additions and remodels, we have 11. Those are kind of the main categories. I didn't break down each one, but those are kind of the ones that I keep my finger on the pulse, because that kind of really tells us kind of where we're heading and what we're doing financially, also staff-wise and so on, because those usually take more of the attention from all parties involved. Right now, our turnaround times for permits are 23 days. That's a good number. We always strive for less, but it's under that 30 number, and as we've talked in the past, way better than the 6 months and so on. So we've been very steady with keeping it below 30 days. I think that's a big credit to the staff, and just kind of really, again, the process improvement element. I think the online and SmartGov, team, to have that work with us and just everything working cohesively in a sense is really also, again, contributing to those permit turnaround numbers. So really thankful for that. Inspection-wise, we average 25 inspections a day. Those numbers do change depending on staff availability, holidays, and also trying to foresee what projects may be coming and the attention that they may need. So we may either increase those numbers or lower those numbers just to make sure we're servicing that element as best as possible. Some current projects we're working on, big projects that is. We have a 30,000 square foot fabrication building at the port. That was one that is replacing a building that burned down, I believe, 2 or 3 years ago.
That was the.
Yeah, so they just started. I think we did our first inspection last week, so I'm assuming that one's going to start to going vertical really rapidly. I know they have a very strict timeline, so that's going to be a fun project for us to work for, and looking forward to that one. In regards to the port, there is Dayton Airport. We have some 6,000 square foot tenant spaces right now. That's kind of where we have a lot of those 502 grows and things like that. So that area seems to be expanding. We have a number of PUD projects that are undergoing, whether that's upgrades to substation infrastructure and or water systems. So we have some going in Union. There's one going off of Craig Road as well, Shadowwood, I believe it's what it's called. So working on those. We have quite a few projects going out at the prison for DOC, from medical buildings to carports and some other building upgrades, along with also DCD's property off Sand Hill as well. They're doing some modifications and upgrades to that facility. Some projects we have kind of in the hopper, whether we've discussed at pre-application meetings or have applications in-house, are Alta Forest Products is looking to do a big addition and remodel at their facility off of 508, I believe is the highway down there. Or 108, sorry, excuse me, 108. Yeah, sorry. Me either. That's down in.
The 5 freeway don't come here, so.
Yeah, a good thing. HUD Canal School is also doing a remodel and addition, along with adding a new transportation building, a bus garage, so we're working on that one. Mason County Garbage is also working on a 12,000 square foot building. We have the 99 lot subdivision up in Belfair, along with some tenant improvements of existing buildings at the port. So those are some projects that we're looking forward to moving forward. Also kind of a way that we gauge the future is our pre-application meetings. As I noted before, year to date we've conducted 10 of those, anywhere from manufacturing buildings to residential subdivisions, office space and equipment buildings. Those have been kind of the topics geared around those meetings. So hoping those come through along with permits and then just more development within the community. Another office that's housed within our building is the fire marshal. Randy is always hard at work. Year to date he has 10 permits in regards to fire discipline, so alarms, sprinklers, and things along those lines. He's also issued or conducted 17 burn permit inspections. And Randy's also working on the CWPP. He's also on the board to help develop the WUI maps, which is going to be very critical.
Say that again, develop what?
The WUI maps,
What?
the wildlife urban interface maps. Yeah, isn't it fun? Yeah, they always come with the fun
No, it was
acronyms.
just fun having you say it over and over again.
Yeah, one more time for the record. WUI.
Yeah.
WUI. So he's working diligently on that, and we appreciate his hard work. And it's nice to have a representative that I can talk with and kind of voice my concerns. And he has the community along with the state at heart. So he's a good person to have on our side and in our corner for that. So yes, working very hard on that. Another discipline that's housed within ours is the enforcement element. So building and planning enforcement. Last year in 2026 we had 144 cases, 140 cases. Year to date now we have 13, but again with the carryover, because just because the year turned over doesn't mean those cases went away or didn't. So again, their workload is pretty intense, and I appreciate the hard work they're doing in trying to gain the compliance. Some examples of the cases they deal with from the planning discipline is unpermitted structures in the shoreline or critical areas, tree removal, unpermitted bulkheads, multiple RVs, and other debris and stuff like that on properties. When it comes to building unpermitted structures, lately we're getting a lot of complaints and issues with short-term rentals in regards to people converting garages or adding additional bedrooms and things like that. So we've gotten complaints from people that have stayed there or neighbors that have concerns in regards to, again, some of those things I noted. So Jeremy, our enforcement building side, is working diligently on those. And those are a priority to us just based on the risk of introducing additional people to those. So we try to raise those to the top to get those taken care
Fire
of.
risk?
Correct.
Septic
The
risk?
environmental risk, yeah,
there's
the
a
life
lot of
safety
different stuff.
risk,
There's a
there
reason-
really is.
I'm not a big guy that loves a lot of permitting, there's a reason why we have permitting,
Correct, yeah.
you know, so.
Yeah, so I agree with that. And so I'm working diligently on those as well. And the ongoing project that we are working on and continue to work on is SmartGov. As you may know, that program is kind of a committee, but it's led by a project lead, being Julie, and she's been a tremendous help on this and really helped us get to the point we are. We still have quite a bit to go in a sense to really bring it to, well-rounded and again, help us along with the public, as it has already. So again, just continuing to address those process and procedure elements. Some goals we have this year is continue to work on our commercial side of that, so we can allow development and commercial contractors and property owners to submit that way. Also other things, updating forms and information to help with better submittal on their end, so they know what we're looking for, along with increasing staff time because we are getting the right information, the right documents, and so on. Also, we're working on like how-to videos. I think that's just the day and age we're in,
That's awesome.
and using the World Wide Web to help us show them. I'm a visual learner, so I think other people are like that as well. So the more we can do that, again, it helps us, staff time, also the applicants, to make hopefully that process as easy as possible. Because as we all know, it can be daunting. That's not the goal. But again, any way we can help, again, I think this helps everybody. And then also, things we have currently in process is, again, so SmartGov is used by Environmental Health, Public Works, DCD, I think the assessor's
The
office
assessor,
is just starting to use it as well so now we're starting to communicate with those other departments to, again, have SmartGov work for everybody rather than just focus on our department. So that interdepartment communication is very key. We have kind of side groups and committees in a sense to discuss those, to find out what's needed and how we update those things in SmartGov.
How about Public Works,
In regards to,
working with you on SmartGov?
So they have their own so they have road access permits and utility
and stormwater and
permits.
stuff, yeah.
And so it's the workflow. So Julie's been helping the teams, like how to set up SmartGov so that the workflow makes sense for everyone. And then just helping on the training on the public
But
works
they are
side.
taking it as part of their daily to look
Yep.
at that, okay.
Yep.
yeah. And then just, again, increasing that communication of, letting them know it's there, how it works, how it operates, what do you need changed. So again, it's working for everybody. So those conversations are ongoing along with those kind of work groups to address those things. Some other things too that she does, she helps communicate with the vendor, which is, I think, who's the new owner now? Granicus, to help make the changes and modifications. So it's just coming from one source rather than multiple. I think we've seen better results that way,
Yeah.
rather than everyone kind of putting their help tickets in and again, we're just kind of stepping on each other in a sense. So having that funneled through one person has been very beneficial. She's also working with the fire marshal to create annual fire inspections for our schools, churches, other assembly type buildings to make sure that they have their yearly annual fire inspections, again, just for the use of those buildings. So, and some items that we've completed so far, we've created a revision process to help us track our revisions better, to help get those out sooner. Things aren't getting lost in translation, and we're just able to work on those quicker. New permits as well have been created on both the commercial side of things, the fire and also the building side. Shoreline permitting as well has been updated, and then also she's working with Luke, who deals majority with our large lots,
Yeah, all the land divisions. So
correct.
it's Vanderline adjustments, subdivisions, plats.
Yeah, because we focus mainly on the BLD side, because that's really where that public interface probably is affected the most. So now we've worked on that, we're still tweaking it, but now we're working to those other ones.
And that's how we roped in Aaron Sloan in the assessor's office, so that they could do digital review rather than sending paper copies through interoffice
Yeah.
mail. He
Yeah.
just can look at his list and see what he needs to help review.
Correct.
prior
Oh,
to-
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So just again, increasing those, process, and the procedure elements, so, streamlining it. So, yeah, so that's kind of the update I have in a nutshell. Any questions for me?
So, the city of Shelton, are they
I did,
using us?
yeah, I just spoke with, emailed back and forth with Mark last week, Mark Ziegler at the city, and they're waiting, they have a relatively new building official, and now they're replacing Jay Hill's position as community development director. So once they get settled, they're gonna revisit, but,
Okay.
so right now, he's no update.
Yeah.
Jay.
I wanted, when you mentioned the how-to videos, so, in consultation with IT, we set up a YouTube channel, so Mason County DCD has a YouTube channel now. And we have uploaded, I think a couple years, we went back to the beginning of the comp plan, so sometime in 2024, all of the planning commission meetings. So those are recorded on Zoom. They're too large of files to have host on our website, and so we created a YouTube channel, and we'll get it linked. But then we'll also, when we create the how-to videos, we'll have it at our YouTube channel. So you can now go into YouTube, look up Mason County, Washington, I think, Mason County,
Oh, yes,
comma,
Because there's another reason.
Michigan,
slash
something
like that.
DCD. And then Mariah has grouped it, so by year for the planning commission meetings, and yeah, so that's kind of a fun
that's so
thing,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, much more convenient way to view the past, or your planning commission meetings.
Yeah. One other update I do have is that we did get word from the State Building Code Council that the adoption of the 2024 code has been pushed out to May 3rd of '27.
Oh, really?
So,
Good.
personally, that's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
The last adoption was kind of condensed in a sense, so personally, I think we should just skip the 24 and go to the 27, but that's just my opinion, so.
You have other questions for him? I have three quick things for you. One, a good story. I got a phone call from somebody upset because their permit was held up and they'd just been taking so long, and I asked them to take a moment and go online and look at it. I said, 'cause it'll be there. Because they wanted to know, who can I yell at, who will I yell at? I said, first do that, and if it's held up, they said, well, I know it was turned. I said, I know, but it'll be in there. Quite often, there are reasons why they had to wait for something else. I said, why don't you take a look at that and give me a call back? I'm gonna call you right back, and I never heard from them again. So, just wanted to pass that on.
Okay.
That, I assumed that when they got on there, they found whatever was really holding up, because, they talked to a contractor says, no, it's the county, but.
Yeah.
So, there was that one. I'd like to ask that you, make sure though that you have somebody available to tell people when they're going to get permits for something that's not permit necessary, that we explain that it's not permit necessary, because we've held up a few people in the past with some of in the rural areas with some of their storage buildings and stuff like that, of which they didn't have to go through that. Yes, it is preferred, and it looks like it, but just tell them that it is preferred. It is better than just having to have it put on your title, but it's not absolutely necessary. Then they can move on and do their thing. And the other thing with, under the same idea, you have 140 cases and stuff that are going on. If you don't mind, when you get a new one, a big one, keep us in the loop. If you get a giant project, or even a mid-sized project, just reach out and let us know. If nothing else, just tell us what it is, so that we can give you our input of what we're afraid of, what we see, and what may be happening, or that we may need to be kept in the loop for more information, like a big giant project right now in your area. And, I like to know what's happening in mine before I find out from the public,
Okay.
so I know how to handle it. Other than that, that's all I had. I appreciate you guys coming
So we
in.
need to know if we're gonna look shocked or like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Okay, just keep you updated, makes
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah,
Okay,
all right, thank you guys very much.
awesome, appreciate it.
yeah. Thank you, guys.
Take care.
All right, next up I have public health. Dave, you might as well sit there. You got her name down. Melissa's up. You see, no, just kidding.
Morning.
Morning.
He's traveling too much, he's getting stiff.
Okay. And I spent a lot of time this weekend in chairs that were just hard chairs. Yeah. Cool sore.
Get a cushion for that.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with Melissa. That's kind of the big thing, and then I'd like to touch on finances that have just come through from the state, so.
Okay, I have 3 items that are all very related. So these are all contract renewal. We've funded all of these programs through treatment sales tax for probably since 2017, and then a few that are a little bit newer. I think the newest one is the co-responder program that's embedded with the Mason County Sheriff's Office. And so just asking for renewal of all of these contracts. These are calendar years, so if these are coming a little bit later, we wanted to do these probably before the end of the year so that they're all effective January 1. But there is actually some layers to this. I think that there was some confusion about how much funding would be available for these types of programs. We've had some internal conversation. I also had some conversation with Jen about just the different components of treatment sales tax. So as you know, there's the 65% that goes automatically to like therapeutic courts, the sheriff's office. Then there's a 25% that goes to programs like these, which typically go out through a request for proposal process. But because these have all initially gone through that and are still filling really essential gaps, we've just been able to renew them. And then there's also kind of that 10% is that all equal to 100? I think it is, kind of for the special projects and the things that would get requested to be funded on a one-time basis. We're trying to really streamline that a little bit and get some clarity into, do those percentages need to change? Based on, because those percentages were based when treatment sales tax was first implemented. It wasn't collecting as much then, it is collecting a lot now, so we may need to just look at what the fund balance looks like so that we're putting it out into the community and doing things with it as intended, and it's not just sitting there. So these 3 programs, again, they're a little bit interconnected. So the Northwest Resources program is in intensive case management. A lot of the connection is going to be with the jail peer program, which is through the Health and Recovery Services, where they're able to make those referrals and support individuals who have kind of that high utilization in the criminal justice system. They may have some substance use disorder, so they're able to get housed. They're able to get client services, so if they need clothes for a job interview, things like that, transportation to treatment services, things like that, they can get that through those programs. And then the co-responder program has been, I think, so wildly successful. The sheriff's office has expressed that it's just been a game changer for them. They're able to actually focus on the calls that really require their assistance, whereas those that really just need that de-escalation and the referrals to other mental health, substance use disorder type services, the co-responders are able to do that.
So you're not asking though this be put on tomorrow, are you?
No, this is March
Because,
17th.
one of the things I want to remind you, I don't know if you remember, we had discussions as a commission, correct me if I'm mistaken, but we really were leading strong with the idea of making sure we go back out when we have those opportunities, instead of just accepting things and moving back on. And I definitely wouldn't have wanted to pass something without that conversation, without Pat here, because he was part of that conversation, unless I misunderstand. Is that the way you remember it also? For them, we were asking everybody.
I think it was the other housing pieces.
No, but I think we were asking for all of them, when possible, because if we just pick a few that we're just gonna ignore now, then that may be one that we needed to. But we wanna go out when it is, possible.
But some of these are, I think are the ones that we would go with anyway,
I agree,
and so.
but that's why we're not talking about it anyway, cause Pat will be here, so I'd like you to rebrief it just a little bit when Pat is here to see if he has concerns on that, because he was part of that conversation when we said that.
We can do it next Monday.
But yeah, I don't see any problem with any of these,
Okay.
but just.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm actually on vacation next week, so I will
Oh,
touch
dang.
base and see.
But also, this is just a reminder that from now on, look at that first, and, there's ones that you're gonna say, it just doesn't make sense. Then come and tell us that.
Well,
But-
or,
Yeah, but we want you to look at it
Absolutely
going
makes
back out,
sense.
because we might get more applicants, we might get more players that we haven't had, and we can't do it, we keep doing this same thing over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, it's the board meeting going on, and then rebrief it on Monday so that Pat can have a say.
Okay, we'll figure out who can cover that.
Yeah.
Well, you just probably bring it up, Pat will read it. He
Yeah.
reads this
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can remind him too.
Yeah.
Any other questions about that, comments about it?
No.
Okay, thank you, that's all I have.
Okay, so, 10 days left in the session. The House and Senate budgets came out and they left FPHS alone. So, not the big cuts that the governor proposed, but,
It's
That's
not
the good news.
Governor.
yeah, the other side of that is, 21 to 24 million will be unfilled. So one of the accounts is a vape account, and they move some of the products out of the vape account into the tobacco account. So public health won't be getting the funding refilled in the vape account. Now, there's legislation, I think it's 6922, that fixes that. And it looks like it's gonna go through.
Is that on our list?
If not, I get it to you.
6922.
I think it's 6922. And it makes the fix to that, but it won't be fixed until January 1 of 27. So we may have a 6-month reduction of funds starting July 1st. And just kind of writing herd on that to see what that looks like. We're also a little bit concerned about the millionaire's tax. Exempt some things from sales tax. And those sales tax items are county
Yeah.
funds.
Believe me, we,
Okay, I was just.
Yeah.
no,
So-
but you gotta say it anyway, you need to say, you're not just speaking to us, you're
Yeah.
speaking to everybody, so
Yeah,
please.
so it's
continue.
just, I'm concerned that some of the things that are, you will see a reduction in county funds as well, in county sales tax, which we use for, all of our stuff, so.
I'm also concerned about the tax holiday that Governor Ferguson was talking about.
Right.
That's gonna hurt us also.
Yeah.
If that happens.
So, I'm staying on top of that really, really tight, and Wasalfo's been doing a great job of staying, in touch with those things, so we're working with Wasac on that. I mean, we're not in 100% alignment, but pretty darn close. And the extension for public health septic inspectors to get their licensing, and that's gonna go through. So, it'll add time that they need to get their licenses, because
Are we
typically.
paying for those, for that education?
Yes,
Because we
Yeah.
should be, I just.
yeah, because there's no other place, you can't use that license in any place else but public health.
Yeah.
And typically, the pass rate first try is like 20%,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
It's run by the state engineers board, so it's, so.
It is
They
what
make
it
it,
is.
they make it harder on purpose, just to
Yeah.
feel good about themselves.
So typically, public health inspectors take a couple runs to get through,
Yeah.
so. And they only offer the test every 6 months. So they needed to expand that time to allow people to get trained and get through the testing process. So, and that sounds like that's gonna go through, and that's gonna ease some of the pressure on bringing new people into public health, into onsite septic, as time goes by.
Be good.
Currently, all our folks are up to snuff and ready to roll, so.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're Mason County.
Yeah. Other than that, we're just kind of working through, just the normal stuff. A lot of code enforcement stuff that we've been talking about. We've got, the code enforcement group is starting to coalesce, but I've asked Ian to move it another week out because of stuff going on with me. So,
So we still haven't decided how we're structuring that. You're the one that put it together, so if you want to be the first one to show up to me, that'd be fine. If not, I would love to be, because start to kick some things
Yeah.
in the rear end to get it moving, but I can go either way.
Let's think about it. We'll bring
Okay.
Pat in on the
Okay.
conversation. then.
yeah. So, and then I've also had Ian start to look at going through our code and taking pieces in our code that just do not apply, they don't apply, or they're unconstitutional,
Yeah.
and cut them, and then get it cut down, and then we can,
Yeah.
then we can look at our code and say, what it was we really want to have in it, but let's get rid of the fluff first. And so they're gonna start.
Well,
looking at
and with that,
process.
we'll be deciding as a commission what our priorities are. We may
Yeah.
have to add money, we're always trying to money somebody out, but we understand and recognize that we may have to add if our priorities are shifting
Yep.
and if there's not funding for it.
Okay. And I wanted to let you know my schedule. I'll be gone Thursday, Friday this week. I've got a funeral on Saturday.
Okay.
And then next week I have the Northwest Rural Health Conference, and I'm the MC and chair this year, so, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, so dusting off the suits. And we're expecting 400 to 500 people,
Wow.
so
And where's that this year?
it's in Spokane at the Davenport. So it's probably the largest conference, health conference that they're having this year, so.
Wow. Good.
Expecting good turnout.
So also, I'd like you to start looking, because we're talking money eventually, we're talking money here as the county here shortly. Look at possibilities of revenue, places where revenue can come.
Oh.
I'm not ready for it today, I just
No.
mean, and I'd rather you take us aside individually first, so we can talk about some of
Right.
those things and just see if they are. I know for myself, I'll give you an idea, when we talk about housing and stuff like that, I don't have a big interest of just getting money so I can throw it back out there into the ether again. If we're talking brick and mortar or something else, they might get my support. If not, then it's gonna be hard. But I think we need to all start being in the loop of that, because we need to find revenues to pay for some of this
Well,
stuff.
along those lines, Ian and I have been talking about going through our fee schedule and then doing a fee schedule survey for surrounding counties and similar sized counties to make sure that we align with those counties on our permits. And then seeing, wait, so we look at that, does it actually match with what our expenses are here? So there's gonna be a couple
I say,
aspects
I
to
didn't
that.
like the first statement, but I like the second statement. It makes the first statement more valuable.
Right.
I'm with you.
Okay, so, yeah, we're just gonna take a comprehensive look at our fees,
Yep.
fee structure, and make sure that it's appropriate.
Okay. Anything else for them?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And take the time that you need.
Yeah.
So now, you've heard that now from two commissioners. What that means is, that's a directive from the
Yeah.
commission, make it happen.
Yeah, yeah. So I might be in and out this week,
Yep.
as I handle some of the
That's fine.
financial stuff. So, yeah.
Melissa can handle it.
Well, actually, the
So
staff
I'm
has
fine
been
next
doing
week, don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
a great job of keeping things just kind of rolling, so.
Good deal.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, next up is Public Works. I gotta tell you, I'm the happiest man in the world, and it's a good thing to have a ribbon on this. I've been waiting for this for almost a decade. I'm not kidding, I really actually have.
Will you make it with that?
They said batter up out there in the
Thank
lobby.
you. This is to replace the one that's on my wall.
Oh, okay.
With up-to-date
Updated.
stuff and all, I've been wanting this for 10 years and I couldn't get it. Thank you.
We had to color it out, so.
Oh, yeah.
And went
Yeah.
further
Each
south a little bit.
individual tree.
That's what I wanted too, that's awesome. Thank you very much. All right, what do you got for us?
We only have one item. We have county forces construction notification for 2025 as per the RCW. We're asking the board to execute the notification. So we're required to do this every year for county forces work. So what we did last year was Ellis Road, gravel road conversion, Yates Road, gravel road conversion. Tahiti Blacksmith was gravel road conversion. Shetland Road, we all know about that.
Yep.
And then the culvert we replaced up on Bear Creek to Water. So those were all county forces construction work, so.
Hart, how many other counties can say?
I was saying, we didn't used to have that,
No.
and it's gotten longer and bigger, the list,
A
thank
lot
you.
of, a lot of counties don't do that, but
No.
some do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Well, thank you
maximizes
for doing
what we
that,
can
man.
do.
It saves the county money.
And it saves the county money.
And it teaches their staff.
Mm-hmm.
Our people are learning all kinds of stuff, they're proud of that.
Yeah. They are, they've really bought in. They're
Mhm.
doing an excellent job, great job. So,
What else you got for us?
other than that, we are Loretta suggested to do a little synopsis of what we're working on. We just completed Coquitlam Road, widening shoulders for the HSIP project, for the safety enhancement project.
Wanna go see that?
And then we're up on Effadel Pass right now, doing shoulder work and preparation for the paving job up there. That'll come this summer. We're in Beards Cove, Larson Lake and Larson Boulevard. We brushed everything back. People have moved their cars. People are just happy that we're there, working in the area. It's been really positive. So We're gonna do drainage work, we're gonna do the shoulder work, and we're gonna chip seal those roads this summer.
That's cool.
So, and then we're about to go out to bid for a Beards Cove water line replacement. They've got some monies to replace some of their structures in there, so we've, county came up with a set of plans, and we did it all in-house, and so we're gonna go out to bid and oversee the project. Same way with Bill Evans Road, is that, I think it was a health grant to replace, or to extend the water system line down to, what's that, Evers Estates? Can't remember the little facility down there, but
Yeah, I think it
we're
is.
about to go to bid for that too. And then we're working on design for the Russellwood sewer replacement. So we've got the topo done, and we're starting to do some design work now, so some things we're working on,
That's awesome.
so,
And we're going out to bid for some pipes today too.
yeah, that's a good call.
Anything on the light on, by the store in Union? I drove by, I didn't see a light, so.
I was told after you said that there is a light there, so I haven't actually seen it, but Tim was the one who worked with PUD, and he said the light is up, so.
Well,
It
you
might
know,
be-
it's always possible, I'm driving by and some headlight, somebody hit a bump and a headlight
You
went
might
up
be looking
for
at a
me.
different pole or something there too, whatever.
I was just looking at the intersection, it was dark.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I will double confirm that. But, yeah, he said the PD said it was up.
Okay.
Anything else besides the map?
No, that's huge for me.
Want a map?
I don't want a map.
I can't wait to look at it, actually. All right, guys, well, thank you very much. I don't have nothing.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
Thanks for your support.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Next up, Travis is not here, so I guess we'll lead it ourselves. Come on up. First up is gonna be Mackenzie with a public records request, PRR recap.
Yeah, so the first thing we have is public records. Cami has been insanely busy, and so I appreciate her more than anything, because that is a huge, huge task in itself.
Because people do not realize how
We
much.
have a lot of records.
Yeah,
We have a lot
and the
of
requests that
records.
come in.
Yes, yeah, the any and all requests I think have been fun.
Some more fun.
Yes. So there are slight changes to what was provided, but there've been a total of 633 public records requests for 2025, for a total of 825 staff hours, which has cost $44,587. And we have recouped $10 in fees.
Wow.
So,
Money maker.
That's how it
yes,
works.
huge revenue for us.
Yes.
So other than Cami being insanely busy,
Yeah.
I mean,
And
and
other
this doesn't
departments
count,
too, right?
yeah, see, this doesn't count the sheriff's department.
this
or
does
anything.
not
Yeah,
count the
Sheriff's
sheriff's
office.
department.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
just
And they're
us.
busier than we are,
Mhm.
by far.
Oh, yeah. And then I do have a couple small items to bring forward. I did want to let you guys know that we received 9 applications for the Mason Transit Authority Board.
Yeah.
Would you like me to start scheduling interviews as soon as possible?
I think we should look at them as
Let's-
commission
let's
first.
look at them first.
Yeah, and the reason why, one of the
Okay.
questions I'll ask is it pertinent to moving the people?
Mhm.
You know, it could be an elected official, but if it's not, if they have nothing to do with moving people, then where's the benefit that has?
Mhm.
The schools make sense because they move children,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah, yeah, it'd be good to just maybe share the apps with us.
yeah.
I know
Absolutely.
we get them all the time anyway, but having them in one spot.
Yes, yes, I'll make sure
Easier.
to get those combined and available for each of you.
One of the things
And
you could
Pat as
do
well.
is look
Yeah.
through, just look through yourself and see which ones you think, fall within, you know, a use of the service. And let us know that. If you can't find a nexus, let us know that so that we,
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. And then the next quick item I have is that we did receive a letter from Ty Menser, who is the chair of the Thurston County Board of County Commissioners, regarding the Timberland Regional Library Board of Trustees, our appointment. There is a draft letter that we can send back if you would like to individually sign and respond to that letter.
I do. Absolutely, I do.
And if, you know, we're not taking official action, but if you're okay with it, I will also sign on one and send it individually, so it's not an action of the board, it's just our personal opinion. One thing to bear in mind, if that's the same letter I saw, look at the date on that.
I do have a copy of it
Yeah,
here
that's
from November
Yeah,
of
that's,
25.
that's an interesting,
Yeah.
So we need to act quickly.
yeah, well, how did we not have that? Did they not send it to us?
I did not receive the letter.
I know you did, that's why I'm asking, I guess I'm asking a loaded question.
I found out about the letter because I spoke with
The chair.
the chair of the Timberland Regional Library Board, and he'd mentioned it, and I said, "Oh, I'm unaware of that letter. Can you please send me a copy?"
I asked the
And-
same thing.
Yep.
And that's how I received it. This was sent to someone else, and I, being on maternity leave, was I've been
Yeah.
in and out, so I wasn't aware that that had not been received. But I believe that you all have a copy now.
Yes,
Thank you.
and we'll do it, so thank you for that. But yeah, November, is when that, so hopefully their minds have changed since November, it's been a long time.
They haven't.
I think we're still at a standstill.
Okay.
It's from what I hear, it's very much, they're not moving, we're not moving.
Yeah,
I know that they're having budgetary concerns and,
Yeah, oh, they are. They're $3.5 million in the hole. And so we need to figure out,
what our authorities are
plan.
too.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That's something actually to ask Tim, ask him to figure out what our authorities are as counties, to
Okay.
pull together what we can do as counties.
okay,
right. And then if we need to, let's see if we can get all the counties, or a representative from the counties, the
okay,
county legislative authorities, so the BOCCs.
okay,
Ask them if we can have a meeting,
okay.
because something's gotta happen.
Yep.
It's worrying. It's not a good place for the libraries to be.
No, not at all.
So what
And
else
just
you
to
got?
be clear, it's not a county. The county's okay.
Yes,
But
the
the
county,
library-
the county's great.
But
That,
we've never run away from our responsibilities if we have them, and that's what we're saying to the public, we're gonna look at it.
absolutely, absolutely. That's all the fun stuff that I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
What do I have next here? I have Jen. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning. The only thing that I have for you this morning is the Thurston Mason Behavioral Health Administrative Service Organization, or the TMBH ASO, or we also call them ORS, so they have all these acronyms. That agreement with them for the ITA services that our county provides. So they give us up to $175,000 a year. This is the exact same agreement that we have had for the last 2 years. So
Okay.
it's just a renewal of the agreement from January 1st through December 31st. So I'm just bringing it to you a little late.
Any issues? Questions?
No.
Me either.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was easy.
Congratulations on passing all of your tests.
Thank
too.
you. I'm so excited
That's awesome.
to be done with that.
Yeah.
Kim, you're up next with a whole passel of stuff.
All the way down the end of the table. How many people are you bringing with you? Just all the people.
All of us.
Shakers and movers.
Well, I have one thing this morning, me, and then Kayla will have.
I was gonna say, you have more than one. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so, a couple months back, or a couple weeks back, we had talked about a resolution to amend the salary for our public
Yes.
defender and our deputy chief. And so the deputy chief, Tim Whitehead's position, we are gonna do the salary increase on that. The resolution will be on the agenda tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're going to do a little bit different benchmarking on that. Originally, the position was benchmarked to the Superior Court judge. Doesn't make a lot of sense because it's the deputy.
The difference was, is at the time, they were different than the judge.
Okay, I was wondering what the history was on
No,
that.
that's why, so
Yeah.
there's been a shift in.
Okay.
But
So,
cleaning up that language doesn't bother me.
Yeah, so basically the way we're gonna have it now is you got your Superior Court judge and the county attorney, prosecuting attorney is benchmarked to the Superior Court judge, and the deputy prosecuting attorney, it's a mouthful, is benchmarked now to the prosecuting attorney. So
Just makes the compensation strategy meets the same
it is,
financial
yes,
amount, and then we're okay.
it's the same strategy. So,
Yep.
87.5% is what we had
Yep.
agreed to, so that will be on the agenda tomorrow.
cool,
We're supportive.
that'll be
All right.
fun.
Tag, you're it. What you got?
So I just wanted to give an update on
You wanna invite
our,
her up?
I was gonna start with the CTE program first. Just a quick update on our CTE program. We did our pilot October of 2025, and we got fantastic feedback from both the students and the departments and the school. So we are moving forward with another rotation of the program starting March 10th through the 31st. We're really, really excited for this one because there's a lot more buy-in from our departments. We've got 4 options for our students this semester. We've got our county leadership and support services rotation. This is something we're starting new, so we'll see how it goes.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome, I think. The students will be able to spend time with our county administrator's office with Travis, one of the days with Commissioner Trask, during one of your, I think y'all are talking about homelessness and buildings. Yep, the hearings. So that'll be really interesting for the students.
She supplies candy too, by the way. She's
Oh,
got plenty of candy.
even better. Maybe I'll sneak in on that day. And then our facilities department, Kelly is grabbing some students one of the days as well. And then human resources, we've got some great ideas. So that one's really exciting because students will be able to see how leadership and operations and workforce management all work together, because every department's super important. Another one of the mini rotations we're doing is public safety. I'm very excited for this one. I'm kind of jealous. I wish I could have done it when I was in high school, where the coroner's office will be taking the students half the time and the sheriff's department will be taking the students the other half.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so they're going to get all aspects of public safety and gain exposure to the investigative process, community protection efforts, and just interagency cooperation, which will be really, really great. And then our auditor's office is taking on a couple students again this go around, which I'm very excited. They're focusing a little less on elections, but more on the financial stewardship aspect. And one of the days they get to follow around Steve, our county auditor. So they're very excited for that one. And then last but not least, our IT department is taking on 2 students as well. So I'm very excited, you know, the world we live in.
Some pretty big hitters,
technology.
man.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a really great semester ahead of us. I'm very excited to get the students in and going, and they'll be presenting in front of y'all in the public March 31st. And they're going to be really excited, and I'm really excited to learn what they are going to learn. So that's that update. And then our next one, we have some folks here coming from, this is Tiana Dunbar. She is the External Affairs Manager at the EDC. And then we have Matthew Mallory, the Superintendent, or Garrett Johannes, the CTE Director, joining on Zoom from the Mary M. Knight School District. They're here to talk a little bit about their Pathway to Employment pilot program that they've brought to us.
Who's leading it off?
Yeah, I'll definitely let Matt take it away. It's
Hi,
his
Matt.
program.
You're up first.
Hi, thank you, everyone. Matt Mallory, Superintendent, Marion Knight School District. We started in on this here locally, around what's called Pathways to Employment. Mason EDC hosted a youth employment roundtable here at Marion Knight. I believe it was in November. Commissioner Tarswell sat in on that. And then part of that initiative is around linking local employers with Mary M. Knight students. Some of the barriers from that one was transportation. The other one is simply knowing what employers locally in Mason County fit students' career interests. And so part of this initiative came out of Grays Harbor County, had a different name, but in essence, what we're asking employers to do is that if Mary M. Knight students meet a certain metric, attendance, grades, have workplace ready skills, that we can present to them a certificate that they are job ready for an entry level position, and that we're hoping that these employers that we've identified, Mary M. Knight students, would be at least hopefully promised at least an interview for these positions. Not a job, no financial, no job requirements other than if they meet an entry level position that they would at least get an interview. So part of that has been identifying those employers, and Mason EDC has been really instrumental in getting us a list of about 8 at this point. We're working on a few more that are really interested in this. We're trying to get kids ready to go into the job force, into the job market, giving them that incentive saying, if you want to be this, you need to have these skills. And then next, if you're interested in this, these are the employers in Mason County that are interested in interviewing Mary M. Knight students if they meet this criteria. So it's kind of twofold for us. One is getting our kids ready to go into the workplace with those job ready skills, and then trying to connect with local employers. If they have a local position open, we can connect our kids to them, and they can at least go through an interview process. That's kind of it in a nutshell.
Thank you. Did you have something you want to add?
Well, I do want to just say that what we learned out of the Youth Employment Roundtable is that it's really hard for kids to get their foot in the door with a lot of these places. Up until you're 16, a lot of your job experience is very informal, you know, maybe helping out mom and dad around the farm or helping babysit and things like that. And so by showing up with this piece of paper, it shows that you're job ready, which I think is, you know, kind of gives the students that little extra, well, while they might not have formal job experience yet, take the chance because they have the skills. They possess like the skill set to potentially be really successful in your entry level job. So I appreciate the way that they approach this. And I think that you guys also got the employment evaluation card. The attendance on there, the 21st century soft skills. I think they did a really good job planning this. So I'm just happy to help them out and to help get more of our youth employed and, you know, their foot in the door. Yeah.
The other part is we will not be flooding the market. We're not like Shelton or North Mason where we'll be putting 200 or 300 kids out. The scope of Mary M. Knight's a little bit different. It could be 16 to 20 kids. Yes. And so we would not be flooding HR departments with with these type of applications. For us, it's really, our kids get information kind of second, third hand. Neighbor got a job at XYZ. Mm-hmm. Uncle got a job at XYZ. Your cousin got a job at XYZ. We're trying to line up some active employers who are looking for our students to go in and start their career with their company. And moreover, we're looking for people that want to stay within Mason County and attracting Mason County employers.
Well, thank you for that. Mind if I go ahead? So, we definitely love it. There's no doubt about that because we want to help the kids however we can. But we're constrained with having to double check a few things. So with your information, we're going to take it, send it to HR because we have to look at our contracts and stuff and make sure we're not stepping over anything like that. We also have to send it to our legal for the same purpose. So if you guys are comfortable with that, we're going to take your information, send it out to those folks, have them look at our contracts and stuff, and then we'll get back to you when we have a little more information on that.
Yeah, I love this idea. I mean, keeping people in Mason County if we can and helping them find jobs. That's what we should be doing, helping. But yeah, love this idea. I'd like to learn or sit down and talk to you a little bit more about this also to see how you're doing it and the steps that you're gonna be taking to get your students ready.
I don't think either one of us minds flood us with the,
Yeah.
if we can have people that are from here, grow up, get a family, everything, and be here, that's a blessing all the way around.
Right, and so we understand workplace rules, contractual, these would be, job, entry-level positions that our kids could qualify for. If it's job-specific, skill-specific, no, just like any other applicant.
Yeah, well, even for that, we gotta make sure, because you can see there's a risk. If we were to go and hire somebody or take them there and hire somebody else that was union, didn't even get a chance to apply because we did that person. I just wanna make sure that we are safe and don't have a legal lawsuit. We wanna help you. I don't think there's any question of that. We wanna help you. We just gotta make sure that we do everything legally and correctly so that we don't screw up and make it harder on everybody. But I love it.
I love that our schools
I
are
understand,
taking
I
an interest.
understand, I have a couple, bargaining groups myself.
Yep, yeah, that's
Yeah, you
true,
do.
yep. All right, anything further on that? Then thank you guys very much, I appreciate it. We'll get back to you when we know a little bit more, okay?
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a point to personal privilege for just a minute. I want to recognize Kayla for all the work that she's done around both of these programs. She has been amazing at just jumping in and really putting passion behind
Rockstar.
Yeah.
the program.
We are so lucky to have
She
you.
has twisted arms to get people to take the students this time
That
around.
explains the black eye effect.
Yeah, so she's gone to battle with some groups and really made an effort to sell the
Kelly Lincoln
program.
the other day.
Yeah. So she's been putting a lot of heart and soul behind this, and it's starting to show. It's paying off. So.
Right, it really is.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. I'm the biggest supporter. The youth are our future, and we should do everything we can to set them up.
Yeah, I just love this.
I would love for nothing more than us to have helped to create a community where our kids could grow up here and continue to live here and raise their families, because we love our home.
And county jobs are really career-based, like lifetime career-based employment, because you can come in as right out of high school and literally spend your entire career growing and developing in the county career, and then
So many
retiring
options.
with the
Becoming a
options.
From every aspect, from every aspect of it.
Yeah.
Kelly's got a group of people that I can assure you, when he hired them on, they didn't do the stuff they do now.
Yeah.
But now they're able to, and
Public works.
certified in a whole bunch of different stuff. There's opportunity after opportunity, whichever department you pick.
Yeah. Even myself, I've learned
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
about bargaining.
Yeah.
It's really great.
HR, oh my God.
What was
been
Lisa
really
Frazier?
great.
She was here 48 years.
Yeah.
She worked her way up.
46.
46 years. Say,
It's fantastic.
that's a life.
Yeah, I remember when I first went to work for the state, one of my bosses, she got in with the PERS 1 system and started working when she was 16 at a high school, like high school summer jobs, and she literally retired by the time she was like 58. She had enough hours in the system.
Oh my God.
And yeah, she just retired out. She's I'm so jealous.
Yeah, it's important to water and fertilize your community, and it'll grow.
Yep.
Well, thank you guys. Yep, appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Before we go on to the next one, Kelly, you're sitting here. Do you have anything for us by chance that you want to talk about, or
No, good.
do you have anything for him?
Well, I just want to tell you again, that's awesome. That little, that opens up a lot more space
We're looking
and,
to do some tables too.
yeah.
Yep, I heard
Let's
they
go-
came out
That's
expensive,
so
but,
cheaper than, some other departments.
yeah, but at the same time, I think it is time. If we can put 10 years on something, it makes the
Well-
value.
If people would stop dancing on them, we may not have a problem.
Well, it's all the drinking, don't you? Just kidding. All right, thank you, Kelly. So next up, Travis ain't here, but we have a letter of support request from PUD1. Have you taken the time to read it by chance? As have
Yeah,
I.
it's good.
Do you have any issues with supporting
No,
it?
I like it.
Neither do I. So, do you know if they need it tomorrow, or can they wait till the next 2 weeks away?
They're needing it tomorrow. I
That's what I
believe
thought.
their deadline,
Right,
the
it
end of
is.
this week.
It is,
Are you
yes.
supportive?
Yeah.
I am as well. Put it on for tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Do you have anything else for us?
Nothing.
All right, then I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we adjourn.
I will second. Hearing no objection, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.